it. Stop playing around. Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, subscribe, okay? I mean, do we have to say it every time? If I sound a little stuffy, it's because I'm getting over a cold, so excuse that. Alright, so my main asked question since I started my channel, or since I started retaining some length, what products do I use and how did I get my hair to grow so long and blah blah blah. So I'm going to answer those questions right here, right now. I'm hoping it's not a long-winded video, but if it is, which it might be, I'm going to leave the timestamps in the description box so you can see at what point I'm talking about what, in case you're not interested in anything else. But I will say, if you do skip along the video, say you skip to deep conditioning and you skip the wash part, don't come and ask me how many times do I wash my hair a week. Like, if you're gonna skip through and you miss information, I'm not answering you. I'm just not. I'm not. I love you, but I'm not answering you. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on into the video. So first thing I want to do is kind of like, let's clear off some of the myths or some of the assumptions before we get on into this. I can't believe anyone has ever asked me this. I'm not saying dark-skinned people can't be mixed, but no, I'm not mixed. I'm not mixed with anything. I'm black. Both of my parents are Jamaican. I don't have Indian in me, no Dominican. I don't know what else you guys could possibly think I'm mixed with, but I am not mixed. I am blackity black. And a lot of people say that YouTubers, when they make these videos, they're not saying that, they're not including the fact that their hair is long because of genetics. But let me just say, as you guys see, my hair is bleached, okay? So I brought a little friend along. Okay, we're gonna put that to rest really quick as well. Your hair is supposed to grow at least ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch a month. That's like standard. Some people's does grow more than that. Then we can blame genetics, but my hair growth is not due to genetics. Okay, so clear my throat. So as you guys know, I bleached my hair in December. It's now April, so that's 4 months. If my hair grows about ½ an inch a month, then I should have about 2 inches of hair growth. Black part is my new growth. Tape measure, or measure, whatever. So we're not gonna start from the gold part, we're gonna start from the actual inch part here. My hair has grown literally 2 inches in the past 4 months, as it is supposed to. So my hair does not grow any faster than anybody else's, so we're just gonna get that part out of the way. I think what I have done well is I've learned how to retain my length, not so much how to grow my hair any faster than anyone else's. Now I will say, if your hair is not growing at least ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch a month, then I will give you some tips on what you can do to stimulate your hair growth. Oh, did I even show you guys how long my hair was? Let's just show you guys. And I hope no one thinks I'm like showing off or anything. This is just, people have been asking me. I'm not here to show off, I'm just here to help. So anyways, let's give you guys a little length check. So here we are. Definitely past armpit length. I'm probably like, I guess we can call this bra strap length. A little bit more about my hair before I get into it. For those of you who have not been following me, this on my head is pretty much 3 years of hair growth. I transitioned for 11 months, almost a year. Since my 11 months, I've been completely natural. For next month, will make 2 years. But I will just be fair and say this is about 3 years of hair growth because of my 11-month transition. Everybody understand? Are we here? So if you just big chopped 6 months ago and you're not here yet, nothing's wrong with you. It takes time, it takes patience. Moving on. So the first thing that I want to say, so like I said, everyone's hair should be growing at least ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch a month. Some people's hair does not grow that much, ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch a month, due to, you know, medical issues and other things. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I guess tip number 1, if you feel like your hair is not growing, this is the hair growth oil that I use. It's by The Main Choice and it's just called their growth oil. I'm on like literally my 4th bottle. I used to use Jamaican black castor oil, and honestly there's nothing wrong with Jamaican black castor oil. It worked really well for my hair. It is extremely thick. I just like this one a little better because it's a little more lightweight. So basically what I do, It has a little applicator tip, which is great, and then I'll just go through and put it all in my scalp. And then I have this thingy. I used to use it to wash my hair, but now I use it to do scalp massages. It has like a button. You guys hear that? You turn it on and you just like, it's like, can't even talk, it feels so good. So like I said, this is not sponsored, but I do have a coupon code for this because I used this in a previous sponsored video like 6 months ago. So if I can find the coupon code, I don't remember, I will leave it on the screen or leave it in the description box if you want to get one of these. And I just love it because it like massages your scalp. It gets the blood flowing and it just like, it feels amazing. And then I just feel like it's just doing something up there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just doing something. Tip number 2, and I hope that I'm not giving you the same exact tips that all the other hair growth videos are giving. I haven't watched them all, but they're probably going to be very similar. So get you a spray bottle if you don't have one already. If your hair is in its curly state, or your hair is in a puff, or your hair is in braids, or in twists, or whatever, you need to be spraying your hair. I like to spray my hair every single day, but it's very important to make sure that your hair is moisturized, because if your hair is not moisturized, it's going to be dry and brittle, and that's when your hair breaks. And I feel like that's the problem that most, I don't want to say black women, but women with natural hair, even relaxed hair, because your hair grows from here. So your hair is growing, but you're not retaining the length. If your hair is dry and brittle, it's going to break. So you're not going to see the length because it continues to break off down here. This is the oldest part of your hair, so you have to treat it like a baby. So we're gonna talk about moisture and ways to keep your hair moisturized, especially for anyone whose hair is bleached. Like my hair is bleached, so I have to be very careful and make sure I'm moisturizing it as often as I possibly can. You guys have probably heard this 18 million, kajillion, trillion, billion, zillion times. Deep condition your hair, girl. I mean, like, if you don't know that by now, you need to be deep conditioning your hair. I deep condition my hair 1 to 2 times a week, depending on how many times I will style my hair. We'll get into that later as well. But let me show you the deep conditioners that I have been using. In the beginning, I was always rocking with my T-Gen Honey Miracle hair mask. I love this deep conditioner so much. The only problem why I have not bought another one is because it costs, I think, like $19, and hunty. Nobody has money for that. But this one is really great. If you can spend the coins, go ahead and get this. I really loved it, and I mix all my deep conditioners with my grapeseed oil every single time. Another one that I really loved and I was swearing by was the black castor oil and flaxseed, whatever, deep conditioner hair therapy mask, whatever it's called, I don't know. This deep conditioner was also very amazing. It had great slip. It had made my hair feel very moisturized, and I also mixed it with my grapeseed oil that I got from Walmart. And the deep conditioner that I'm using right now, because I also stopped using this one because it's like $15 now. I feel like when I started using it was like $8, and now it's like $15, and come on guys, like, we're in a recession. I can't. This is what I'm using right now. It's the Proclaim Intense Hydrating Mask. I think this was like maybe $6 to $8, I don't remember. So yeah, I'll deep condition at least once a week. If your hair still feels extremely dry, you should probably try to boost it up to twice a week. You have to listen to your hair. Like, don't listen to what people tell you to do. Like, I know someone said that their stylist told them to only deep condition once a month. And I kind of swear by Aussie Moist products. I'll use their shampoo and I use their conditioner as well. So I'll shampoo my hair once a week. And then if I need to, if my hair feels kind of dry, I'll go ahead and co-wash and then deep condition. So then that's the time when I deep condition twice a week, is when I wash my hair once a week, and then in between washes, I'll deep condition. Personally, I don't feel like you need to wash your hair more than once a week. If anything, once every 2 weeks is fine. So yeah, washing your hair too often can strip your hair of its natural oils. If your hair is extremely dirty for some reason, I don't know, like you have extreme dandruff, maybe you need to find a different type of shampoo and not use like these moisturizing shampoos. Maybe you need like a Head and Shoulders or something like that. But be careful the type of shampoo you're using. Make sure it works for your scalp. And then make sure you're only putting shampoo on your scalp and not on the strands of your hair. Well, honestly, that's what they say. I'm not even gonna, let me keep it real with y'all. Like, I try to keep it on just my scalp, but sometimes it gets in my hair and everything is a-okay. So whatever floats your boat, whatever boats your floats, whatever. So one thing about this shampoo, it's not sulfate free, it's a moisturizing shampoo, and I feel like most moisturizing shampoos do have sulfates in them, but since my hair is bleached, I like to use moisturizing products and it works out well for me. I'm not too afraid of sulfates because it's not hurting me. Everyone's hair strands are different, so my hair strands can handle the sulfates. You gotta figure out what your hair needs. My hair needs moisture. My hair is dry, baby, it's dry. My hair's been dry since day one. I have a low porosity hair, so it'll drink up the moisture, and the next day my hair is like, ugh, feed me. That's why I'm always spritzing it with water to make sure I put the moisture back into my hair. I want to talk about detangling your hair to avoid breakage. I use a wide tooth comb. They call this a shower comb. I think I got this from Walmart. So I use this when I'm deep conditioning my hair. That's when I do my main detangling. Use it while I have product in my hair. You never want to detangle on dry, brittle hair because that is going to cause breakage. Your hair is going to break off. Detangle your hair in sections. Start from the bottom and go to the top. Moving on. All right, so now we're gonna talk about trimming your hair. Now, I will be honest, when I first big chopped, I didn't trim my hair for like a really long time after. Like, I want to say like around 9 to 10 months, I did not trim my hair. But the problem with that is if your hair is very prone to split ends or a dead end, you want to make sure that you're trimming them off, because when your hair splits, you can see, like, I'll use this, it splits, it'll just keep splitting up, and then it's gonna break eventually. So they say you're supposed to get your hair trimmed every 3 to 4 months. I'm really not good with trimming my hair. So honestly, I could probably use a trim right now. The last time I trimmed my hair was in January, and right now we're in April, so it's been 4 months. Just kind of see what your hair needs. If you have split ends, cut those off. If your ends are thinning, cut them off. If they look extremely dry and to the point of no return, cut them off. No point of keeping them. Do I even need to mention protective styling, guys? I mean, the best thing to do is to keep your ends tucked away. Like wigs, I love wigs. Like, I love wigs. Wigs are a great protective style. You know, short wigs, braided wigs, tall wigs, long wigs, small wigs, whatever. I love wigs personally because your hair is completely hidden and it's just sitting nicely, just, you know, being safe and tucked away. You can take it off, the wig off, and just oil your scalp, all that fun stuff. Sew-ins are okay. I'm not a huge fan of sew-ins only because you have to leave your hair out on top, and I don't know, especially if you're doing a straight hair sew-in. If you're doing a straight hair sew-in, I'm not gonna call that a protective style because you gotta keep straightening your hair on the top, and it's just, I just can't call that a protective style. I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. I can't. Also, if you want to do a low bun or a high bun, when it comes to putting your hair up, you got to be careful, because if you put your hair in the same position all the time, your hair is going to start thinning. Like if you always wear a bun on top of your head, the middle of your hair is going to start thinning. So make sure you're switching up where you put your ponytails. You got to be careful with the edge control, ladies. I mean, I know we want our edges to be laid and slayed. Me as well, but for me it's starting to mess with my edges, and you know, that's just not cute. You know, did y'all see Coachella, Beyonce's performance? Like, she took all the edges I had left, to be honest. We're just gonna be honest. Okay, so when it comes to hair moisturizers, this one is the GOAT for me. Avocado oil and argan oil, coconut oil daily moisturizer. I use the LCO method. A lot of people will use the LOC method. The LOC is leave-in or liquid oil cream. I use the liquid cream oil. So I'll do like my leave-in conditioner or my liquid, as in spray my hair with water. Then I'll use my cream, and then I'll seal it with an oil. I use my grapeseed oil. All right, the last thing I'm gonna talk about is when it comes to heat, you gotta be careful. And honestly, I was debating, I'm like, should I even do this video with my hair blown out? Because I just used heat on my hair, and now I'm like, don't use heat. But it's not necessarily that you cannot use heat. But if you're going to, first of all, use a heat protectant. I used Tresemme Keratin Smooth Heat Protectant. Like, you can never be too safe. So me, I just be like I drench my hair in this stuff because I ain't taking no chances. You want to make sure that you do not use your heat on your hair too often. you gotta be careful because you can get heat damage, or it can cause your hair to be really dry and really brittle, and that causes breakage. You guys know this already. Make sure you're not doing 30 passes on one strand of hair. If you're going to flat iron your hair, make sure you're not doing it on 480 degrees. Like, it's just too high. This is just my opinion. If you are natural, I would say try to stay away from straightening your hair more than once every 4 months, and that's pushing it, honestly, because that's 4 times a year. That's pushing it. But if you're someone who just needs to have your hair straightened once every 4 months, try to cut it down to twice a year. If you really want to be safe, once a year. And if you want to keep it like 100% abstinent, like none at all, just don't straighten your hair at all. Just get a wig, girl. So that is pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys. If your hair is not growing and you feel like you're doing everything right that everyone's telling you to do, maybe it's the products you're using. You need to find out your hair porosity. Like, it's just so many, it's a lot of stuff, and it can be overwhelming, but it really is a trial and error. You just gotta try it and see what works for your hair. I think that's pretty much it. I really hope this was not too long or too long-winded. I hope it was actually helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. If you have any questions or you're just completely lost and still completely confused, just drop me a comment. I always respond to you guys. It may not be right away, but I will respond, I promise. So let me know if you need help. I will help you as far as I can. Anyways, I think that's enough talking for today. So love you guys so much. Thanks for watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye. Holy crap, that was so much talking.